What's up? What's up? It's your boy LD. I'm hoping you all are having a blessed day on this nice Friday. Just wanted to check in with you all and just see how everybody was doing. It's been a minute since I've been on here to make a video. It's been a lot going on, but hey, I'm here and glad to be here. Always good to hear from you all. So decided to kind of hop on, like I said, just to reach out to you all. A lot of stuff changed, especially for the season that I'm in my life. A lot of the times we're in seasons and we don't really understand that season that we're in just in a matter of time. As time goes by, we start seeing what the reason for that season was and how we should respond to that season. Of course, that comes with prayer, then just knowledge and wisdom. So, I recently was at Planet Fitness before all this COVID stuff came about. And Planet Fitness was somewhere that I enjoyed working. I had been there for August would have made 3 years being staffed at Planet Fitness. And I enjoyed my time there, but unfortunately due to COVID, it kind of shifted everything, and I'm sure it shifted a lot of things in a lot of other people's lives. So, I kind of had to adapt to that. As a man, you always want to make sure you have your priorities in order and make sure you have your life in order, because you just can't just sit and hope for the best. Of course, through Christ and through God, He continuously bless us, but you have to hold yourself accountable to accomplishing and doing whatever it is that you need to do to be where you need to be in your life. So that being said, I enjoyed my time at Planet Fitness. Through working at Planet Fitness, I've met some awesome people. I built some relationships with some awesome people. I'm definitely gonna miss them. But for a lot of people who don't know, I started off at Planet Fitness in 2017. If you watch my previous videos on my Crown Me Corner, kind of shows you where I went through that rough patch. And then after that rough patch is when this all became about. So I had moved to Pensacola and staying with my mom, pretty much, like I said, fresh out of college. And I had just kind of made a transition in my life to where I had first established my fitness journey. So I moved to Pensacola, and for 3 months, man, literally I couldn't find a job. I had no income. So it brought me to another low point in my life to where it's like I'm constantly trying to do all these different things and none of it is really working out for me, but I had to learn to be still, learn to be patient. A lot of times we get frustrated or we don't know what to do. And simply, the only thing we can do is be patient, be still, and listen to what God has in store for us, especially for myself, because I was so used to that college routine of just waking up, going to class, practice, workouts, all of those different things. And I was used to God blessing me so much to where sometimes we get used to it, and we should. I wouldn't say not always be in that mindset of being used to God blessing us, but also being thankful, because we have so much to be thankful for. So really keep that in mind. And I never was ungrateful, but I just was so used to things going how I wanted it to go, so when life hit me, everything slowed down and I was forced to adapt to that. So with that being said, I really had to submit to God more, through that process of me not having a job. I was constantly applying at different locations, trying to get jobs. Here I was, fresh out of college with a whole bachelor's degree. And it just shows that it's not about what you have, but who you know, and then just timing and everything. So at this point, I was going to Planet Fitness to work out. And in my head, I'm like, man, I'm going to go ahead and try to apply here, So I had applied at Planet Fitness, and this is the Planet Fitness on 9 Mile. I really didn't hear too much back, and I finally got called in for an interview. Went in for the interview, knocked that thing out, and went pretty good. A couple of weeks later, I got hired on at that Planet Fitness as the overnight cleaner. Now, that was a position that I really wasn't used to, cleaning and all those different things, but I had to humble myself, which I'm already humble, but sometimes we have to humble ourselves even more. And then what I had to learn through that process is that in order to get where you want to in life, you have to go through certain things, or you have to do certain things, and that's life in general. You got to start from the bottom and work your way up. So I understood that, and I went in there with that mindset. So it was literally like a month, man, just working there, doing the overnight cleaning, and I would meet so many different people and have encounters with so many different people that were there working out, training, trying to get right. And me being the person that I am, I'm passionate about working out. I'm passionate about training others. And that's just something that I feel like God has blessed me with the ability to do. So I would see people, build relationships with people, and just kind of help people throughout the gym. Even though I was the cleaner, I would see someone who wasn't doing a workout proper, and I would, stop them like, hey, what are you working out? What are you trying to do? And I would always correct them and show them the proper way, So through doing that, in my head, that light bulb popped on, and I knew it all of, I knew it, but it just ain't hit me right when I needed it to hit me. So I'm like, hey, here I am working in the gym, something that I want to do, a trainer, and I'm the overnight cleaner. So that just really didn't sit right with me. And when I say it didn't sit right with me, I don't mean in a negative way. It just didn't sit right with me. I wanted more for my life, because all my life, I always felt like I always got the short end of the stick, and not to say that to feel sorry for myself, but sometimes we're dealt cards, like I mentioned, and it's just how we play those cards. So I just felt like a lot of the times throughout my life, I held my tongue on a lot of things. So, I eventually ended up having to talk with my manager, like, hey, look, I'm always thankful for the opportunity. I'm a hard worker, which I am. I take pride in what I do, So if it was being a garbage man, overnight cleaner, I don't care what it was, I take pride in what I do, because that's your name that you're putting on that. So in doing so, I just sat down and I talked to him. I was like, hey, look, I'm thankful for my job, and I push myself and I do everything that I need to do, everything that you asked me to do. But here I am in a position that I'm thankful for. And I understand you have to start from the bottom and work your way up. But here I am in a gym doing something that I'm really not interested in doing, but I'm grateful for. And it was at that moment when, I really express myself, because a lot of times we tend to expect people to understand what we understand or feel how we feel, but that's not the case. So always express yourself through anything you may encounter, and I had to learn that, because I would feel some type of way or not express myself because I thought that people would take it the wrong way. But it's never about how someone take it. You always want to be honest with yourself, and you always want to be honest with others. So in that process of doing so, I expressed myself, and I told them, I was like, hey man, look, if there's ever any opportunities that open up as far as me being a trainer or anything like that, I would love to, take that position. He respected a lot, because as men, we have to express ourselves. And that was one of the things that I had to learn, growing up, just expressing myself, and letting people know that I have a voice, and my voice should be heard, just like any one of you all's voice should be heard. If you ever have anything to express to someone, let them know it. But a couple of weeks passed by, and I eventually ended up getting a job at Mobile Highway as the trainer. And like I said, through that, I met so many different awesome people that I have a lifelong connection with, people that, I've grown to love, and just through doing my classes, I built a reputation with so many different people, and it's been awesome. But like I said, through life, we have to adapt to our transitions, and that's pretty much what I'm going through. So I'm doing amazing. Just to let you all know, I'm working at Lutheran Service as a supervisor, so I'm working with kids, something that I always wanted to do. And again, I feel like this is somewhere that God has shifted me. So still do my training on the side, and everything is all well with me. So my Planet Fitness family, I miss you all, and hey, I'll always be around, stopping through. You all just stay encouraged, because I'm gonna continue to reach out to you all through my videos and everything that I do, and I'll see y'all around. So hey, continue to be the best that you can be. Allow God to use you, and just stay prayed up, especially in this crazy time in this world that we're living in. Definitely pray for yourself. Be prayerful for your family and people around you, because people are leaving this earth, and this world is constantly evolving. Only thing that's unchanging is God. So continue to keep your eye on him, and he'll open up doors for you. It's definitely great speaking and seeing you all on here. But just be the best that you can be and continue to stay prayed up. I'll see y'all on the next video.